Western civilization is probably the most violent idea in human history. It's the idea that gave us the transatlantic slave trade, the death factories of Auschwitz, atom bombs, napalm, and now white phosphorus in Gaza, burning the skin of the children it kills. So in Ukraine, when they say we're here to defend Western civilization, I think you can understand why many millions of us all over the world say we'll take a pass. Many of us in Britain, who come from lineages where our ancestors were brutalized by Western civilization, and many billions all over the world who still today face the inequalities that are written into Western civilization. Think about where we are in Britain. Britain, which talks a language of democracy, which screened on Sky News people making Molotov cocktails in Ukraine and told us what heroes they were. And we've had endless funding from the British state for the national self-determination struggle of Ukrainians, which, by the way, Michael, might sometimes kill civilians. And I think that's a tragedy. The British state is not rallying, of course, to send its money to Hamas and to Palestinians fighting for their self-determination. Instead, it's sending naval ships to Israel, which blockades Gaza from the sea. The police in Britain have invaded the home of a doctor that we earlier saw on this show working in Gaza to harass his family. A black Ofcom director was sacked for liking a Black Lives Matter post that criticized Israel. Police have been seeking out black protesters for pictures that they've been wearing on their clothing. Suella Braverman, the Home Secretary, urged police to suppress speech. And we've had calls in Parliament to follow France and Germany in suppressing protests, France banning all pro-Palestine protests. So that's the kind of climate we live in the West.